Hello, you beautiful beings of light having this physical experience in 3D at the moment. I've got something really important to share with you, a message that I was given by the Emissaries probably a week ago now, and I've just had the chance to share it with you. It's absolutely vital. We'll talk all about it on the other side. So just understand the timeline. Today's Sunday, tomorrow is Monday. I'm going to post this video tomorrow. So it's been, I don't know, 5 days since I got this message, but because I make the videos ahead, I haven't been able to share it, but it's absolutely important. So what happened was this. I connected with the Emissaries. I was out running and I connected as I always do. And instantly, the moment I opened the connection, I suppose that's what I did, yeah? I kind of say, I say hello, right? Hello, Emissaries, how are you? And they come and they normally say, we're very well, thank you, how are you? That's exactly how it starts, okay? It's kind of my little ritual to open up the communication. This time it didn't happen. I said, hello, Emissaries, how are you? And they said, we've got some really important information to give you. And it wasn't what I was, they've never done that. They've never, it came through almost like too quick. And so I thought, oh, hang on a minute. Was that them or was that me? Because, you know, at the beginning, just as you open up the connection, as I open up the connection, it's like it takes a while to settle in. But this came, bam, like this, really important information. And I thought, that's really bizarre. So I had this moment of doubting of like, hang on a minute, who's doing this? Is this me or is that you? So I said, you've got important information. Yes, we have. And they repeated it. And then we established this link. And I said, what's the important information? And they said, there is a massive shift happening at the moment, a massive energetic shift happening, and one that even we didn't anticipate. That's what they said. We did not expect it to happen the way that it's happening. They said the shift is beyond our expectations, and there's going to be some incredible explosions and implosions. And I said to them, well, why suddenly is this happening? Why is it even beyond what you expected? And they said the astrological positioning has an even stronger effect than was anticipated. That's what they said. So I said, tell me about the explosions and the implosions. They said the explosions are coming from the people who are waking up. And it's an explosion of fury, anger, disappointment, shock, horror. And although they didn't mention it, I think it's got a lot to do with what's coming out about people discovering that the entire infrastructure of the world is made up of PDF files. I think, and you know, it's interesting. You know, I'm not a follower of Q per se. I'm aware of it. I'm aware of the messages that were given. But one of the messages that I remember, it went something like, the uniting of people will be through the suffering of children. Something like that. And I think this is affecting a lot of people. People are, and I'm hearing it in the way that they're talking about it, there's a tremendous anger. People are extremely angry. That, I suppose, that they could have been fooled to think that these people who are running the world, supposedly, are doing it with our interests at heart, and no, they're not even capable of keeping the children safe. So that's what they said the explosions are going to be. We're going to see, they said, literally, we're going to see people absolutely furious and lots of things happening. The implosions, they said that the elites, the baddies, we're going to see them implode. They said we're going to see them go into a tactical retreat. Okay, retreating. And this is what was bizarre, because they normally don't go into these kind of detail, but they said you're going to see them admitting to some of the things and saying, we're sorry, it won't happen again. We're dismantling it. It won't happen again. Now that's going to be interesting to see. Indeed, I mean, I've already heard people apologising. I've already heard people saying, I'm sorry, because I poo-pooed this, you know, the pizza and the door that we have in farms, yeah, that let the cows through. People have poo-pooed that. And now they're saying, maybe I was wrong and I'm sorry. And of course, what that's doing for us as conspiracy factists is that it's helping our credibility tremendously. Tremendously. You know, when we've been saying A, and everyone's going, no, A, no. And then years later, because let's be honest, years later, mainstream media is even saying A. And other people are A. And so our listeners who used to poo-poo us are going, hang on a minute, I've heard this shit before. Somebody told me that before, and I poo-pooed it. And so the poo-pooing is turning into the true-truing. And so that's what they say is happening right now, that we've got this explosion and we're going to see it. It's going to be tangible and it's going to start infecting, that's what they said, infecting other people and making everybody angry and furious, etc. So I asked the emissaries, I said, okay then, you're telling me this. For us, the people who are already awake and all of that, what do we do about that? And they said to me, well, the first thing you should do is be happy. And I think they laughed. You know, that's every now and again they do say something funny. Be happy about it. And if we are guilty of anything, and you know, I don't believe it for a moment that awakened people are guilty of anything, but if we were to be guilty of something, it would be being a bunch of miserable fuckers. Because we do tend to get a bit miserable. It's understandable. We're carrying the weight of the universe on our shoulders. We know stuff that other people don't know. And it does tend to make us a little bit miserable. And it does tend to make people who spend time with us want to run away screaming. And so, first advice from the emissaries, be happy about this. But then they said, look, just be aware of it. Watch it play out. Okay, they said that the awakened people's role in these explosions, in all of that, we don't have a role in that. They said, look, the role is for people to be angry, to be frustrated, mad, furious. They said that people who are already awake, you've already gone through that. Unless you're stuck there, of course. But normally we've come through it, we've come through to acceptance. And so it's very difficult for us to get furious and mad and we've done that. And so they said, just leave that to the people who are going through that process. They said, your role, our role, listen carefully, our role, they said, is to be there to help people who are coming through, to help people who've got total confusions, who are worried, who are devastated, who are depressed, who are sad, because they've just discovered that the whole world is ruled by PDF files. But then they give me this bit of advice and they said, what we suggest is this. When people come to us and they say, by the way, have you heard of X or Y or Z? They said, what we should do, our job, is to help them deal with that. They said, don't start, because we all do it. We all do it. I've heard myself do it. Don't think, oh my God, they've woken up, so I'll have to give them a potted history of the last 20 years. Don't. They said, just talk to them about that one issue. They said that they will be able to handle that a lot more. Just help them to understand that issue and don't bring up other things. They said, because if you throw into the pot 50 other things, which we have a tendency to do, they might switch off. They might say, no, that's too much. No, now you're really entering into woo-woo world. I know this for a fact. My sister, and I don't think she's awake, she said to me during the pandemic, I was talking about the fact that these were going to be bad. And she said, that's interesting. And I saw something about that. I'm a little bit concerned. Can you give me some information? And much to my disappointment now, I did give her information, but it wasn't some. It was a massive amount. And not only was it a massive amount, but I went from general mainstream conspiracy into the world of woo-woo. And I give her the whole lot thinking, wow, that's it, my sister's waking up. And she sent me an email back going, now Gordon, you've gone too far. These are far out conspiracy theories. Closed down. And that was it. I frightened her off. And that's what the emissaries are saying that we shouldn't do. Let's not frighten people off. But, I'm going to share with you one thing that we can do. All right, we have to use tremendous self-control. We want to talk about aliens and we want to talk about underground bases and we, that we never went to the moon. No, we control ourselves and we say, yes, well, what I know about it is this, this, and this, and this. And then we stop because they need time to process that. But we finish with this little sentence. This is the sentence that opens everything up. And we say to them, yes, so just ask yourself, if that's true and they're doing that, what else might they be doing? Now, pass the peas. It's called the pass the peas technique. All right? You do a pattern interrupt. It's also, that's a hypnotherapy thing. Pattern interrupt. Break the concentration. You say, what else might they be up to? Now, pass the peas. And pass the peas can be anything. Now, what did you do yesterday? Tell me. Yeah? How was your mum? Change the subject. So that what happens is this. You've left an open loop inside of the mind, which is, if they're doing this, what else might they be doing? That's unanswered. The unconscious mind hates unanswered questions. And so it has to start looking. And so the person starts thinking, well, what else might they be doing? I better have a little look, And then they come back to you crying a week later saying, my God, you won't believe what I found. And we think, yes, I will. And more. So there you have it. Big things are happening beyond the emissaries' expectation. Now that, I think, is top drawer. That is fantastic news. If they didn't expect it, and they read energies all of the time. So watch this space. Let's see what happens. How do you feel? Put in the comments, how do you feel about what's happening? How do you feel about where we are? How do you feel about what's happening with these revelations? I mean, they're just now they're talking about, now we're going to get the alien card out. We're going to release all the alien files. The emissaries have said that this is the year of revelation. There's a lot of revelations going to happen. And let's see. I love you all and I'll speak to you all later. Bye-bye.